This girl DM'd me on Instagram. She's starting an AI company and also a podcast. And she asked me if I'd come onto her podcast. And I get this question a lot. I get a lot of people asking me, will you come onto my podcast? And I have a couple rules that I follow. Number one is I do not go onto podcasts if they're brand new. So that means like if you have less than 50 episodes, I'm not coming on your podcast unless you have a big audience and that podcast is already pulling in views. But if you're new and you're just starting your career and you're using podcasting as a means to grow your audience and your reach, I think that's a great thing, but I'm not going to be the guinea pig that helps you do that as you're learning the ropes of podcasting. So that's why I'm waiting to see if you do 50 episodes. Okay, you got 50 reps in, you've been sticking with it, you're consistent, I can get behind you. Now, this woman, she did not have her 50 episodes. She had less than 50, but what she did have was a consistency on her YouTube where she had been posting like talking head videos. And I just went over there. I just looked and I was like, let me see what you got. Clicked on one video, which happened to be her talking about how she had set the challenge to do a video every day for 30 days. And it was like day 16 or something like that. She's like, I got home late and I'm tired and I was about to be in bed. And I remembered I hadn't done this and I was going to push it off, but I'm going to do the video anyway. So this is me showing up and doing the video. And I was like, awesome. I love that. Let's support that. So I told her the only reason I'm going to agree to come onto your podcast is because you did that. Because that one day when you showed up and that video got like 0 views and you thought this is a complete waste of time, yet you did it and you showed up, I saw it because you never know who's going to see it. And that's why I'm going to come onto your podcast. So there's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, unfortunately, most people do not understand that 80% of success is just showing up. 80 freaking percent. And I say this and people roll their eyes and they think that's overly simplistic. And I'm telling you, 80% of success is just showing up. And she did not show up. A couple hours before we were scheduled for the podcast, she DM'd my assistant and said, hey, I need to reschedule. I'm in the middle of traveling between some things and I'm not going to be able to do the podcast today. That is, you're dead to me territory. I have a rule. If you cancel a podcast with me day of, you're dead. You're dead to me. And here's the reason, is because nothing actually comes up the day of. It's not actually that something came up. It's that, one, you are nervous and uncomfortable with doing the thing. I know this because I have started podcasts before I ever had an audience, and you let that anxiety get to you. And you chose instead to reschedule until another day where you felt like you were in the mood. The other reason that you do this is because you do not value your guest's time. I have a firm rule. You must guard your time from people who would otherwise waste it. And I'm telling you that I had a coaching call yesterday with the Beyond the Apex group coaching program, the accelerator that we run for 6-figure entrepreneurs scaling to 7 figures. And one of the guys, he asked the question. So I have this kid that I've been he takes me out to lunch every couple months, asks some questions. It's kind of a coaching thing, but my time is getting really limited now. I'm launching this coaching program. So I'm like, how do I transition this kid to like being a coaching student rather than just taking me out to lunch for meetings, right? And getting value from me. And I said, you just tell him. You just tell him, this is what my time and my energy is worth. I'm not doing free anymore because my time and energy is limited and I must guard it. If you don't do that, if you're not willing to guard your time, then your calendar will fill up with people requesting, hey, can I get 15 minutes just to pick your brain? Can I take you out for coffee? Can I blah, 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 blah. Their requests for your time become your distraction, and they do not value your time as much as you do. And so when you give, say in this example, you give this person, I will give you an hour of my time to do a podcast. That hour of time in any other context, I would charge you $1,700 for. Now, if she had paid me $1,700 for that meeting, would she have showed up? Yes, she would have. But she didn't because she didn't pay for it. Therefore, she didn't value my time. But here's the thing. I do value my time, and there's no chance she's ever getting on my calendar ever again. In fact, she's never getting a response from me again. And I tell you this because the bar is set so low. To distinguish yourself, all you have to do is show up and do what you say, and that is 80, that's like 100% of the game right there. So do not, if you get the ear of somebody that you admire, that you want to work with, whatever, like, do not dick with their time. Treat their time as sacred, because I'm promising you, if they're anybody worth knowing and doing business with, they sure as shit do. Okay, that's my rant. I'm sorry. I get like really, really saucy about this one. Okay, next question. And by the way, I get it. I get it. I was young, I was dumb, I was flaky, inconsistent, and I'm sending this message with love because I needed to hear this when I was that age and just starting off. Hopefully it serves you. So I used to do a lot more podcasts, and so we'd do a lot of reach out and say, hey, you looking for guests? I would say back in 2020, 2021, I was doing 100 podcast guest appearances a year. And we would be scheduling probably like 130 and like 30 of them. So like a solid, what is that, 25, 28% of the podcasts, they would cancel day of. That's crazy to me. And they would always have the same bullshit excuse, which is like, oh, something came up, or oh, I'm traveling, or oh, somebody got sick, or like, it's always like, oh, the dog ate my homework. It's that bullshit. And it's like, no, it's not that. Like, I get it. Cause like when we started our podcast, Multifamily Investing Made Simple, we would bring guests on. And I remember having the anxiety there as well of like, is this going to suck? There's so many uncontrollable variables. What if they're not good? Like maybe we could just cancel it. Like no harm, no foul type thing. Or like we reschedule it. So easy to think like, I'll just reschedule it. But what I've just seen is like, if you do that, like if you're the type of person that does that, your podcast is 100% never going to succeed ever. It's never gonna, it's pretty much like, hey, what's the one behavior that guarantees you're gonna fail? Oh, it's being inconsistent with your word. It's like saying I'm gonna do this and then not doing it, and doing it in public with another person, and like, hey, hold me accountable, I'm gonna come to this meeting, and then you don't come to the meeting. It's like, no, you're fucked, dude. Like, you're never gonna succeed in life.